So what I forgot to mention is that there's a single sheet in here. It says Lightning Talks on it. So you should write your questions down on that. So when we get at the end, we can ask the questions of our folks who are speaking. So Liesa Lehmann from Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources.
Good afternoon. I'm Liesa Lehmann with the Private Water Supply section at the Wisconsin DNR, and I'm going to be talking to you about how we're helping people find well construction reports. So it's springtime in Wisconsin. The flowers are blooming, the birds are singing, deer fawn are being born, and fishermen are fishing. We've all noticed that the economy is starting to improve, and so we're seeing for sale signs show up in yards, and people are starting to think about buying a home. And sometimes when they look for property, they discover that the property is served by a private well. When someone learns that, a buyer particularly learns that a property is served by a private well, they have a lot of questions. They want to know how deep the well is, how was it constructed, where's that water coming from, is that water going to be safe to drink? And so what they often will do is call DNR, and they have all these questions for us. The number one question they typically ask us is, can you help me find my well construction report for this property that I'm looking for? You might be familiar with Wisconsin for the wonderful outdoor recreation that we have, for the world-famous Green Bay Packers, and of course, cheese. If you listen closely to Kevin's talk earlier, then you'll also know that more than a quarter of our population gets its drinking water from private wells. And we estimate anywhere between 800,000 and 1 million private wells in Wisconsin. That's a lot of wells. And when rural properties go up for sale, that's a lot of phone calls to our staff. And people are looking for their well construction reports. We get a lot of calls, and it's a big workload. We started to think about, well, why are we getting so many calls? We have a searchable online database. Anybody can access it 24/7. All you have to do is type in this very simple web address and to get started. So we started digging into this a little bit more, and we realized really the number one problem is that our internet navigation is just, it's too hard for people. We haven't made it easy enough. They don't know where to look. There's too many clicks. They don't know how to search, or sometimes they don't get a result. And then when you multiply this by the number of people that are involved in any given property transaction, we get calls from the realtor, the lender, the buyer, the seller, the inspector. So we came up with 4 approaches to make this easier on us. Make it easier for the people that are looking, make it obvious, explain how to search, and then let people know what we've done. So number 1, we've made it easier. Keyword, wells. It's easy to explain to people. It's easy for people to remember. So you don't have to type in a long URL. Second, make it obvious. We've got the big yellow button now, Find Well Construction Report. So this is featured prominently on our wells webpage. Bright yellow, so you'll see in the next screen our wells webpage. The button is featured prominently to the right. We actually have it on several of our pages so that if people are searching in different ways, they'll come across it. Third, we want to help explain, make it easier to use our databases. Most of our databases are obvious to us, but not necessarily to everybody. So we created a tips document for how to use our searchable databases. Again, it's featured prominently on the page, and we've got step-by-step instructions for how to use the databases, answers to frequently asked questions, and also links to other DNR web pages that a private well owner might be interested in. Last but not least, an email address to contact us, so if they try all these and they get stuck, they can contact us and get help. So our 4th strategy is just to tell people about the changes that we've made. So we announced our webpage updates to licensed drillers, county regulators, State Realtors Association, and they sent it out to all their members. So the results for us are we're getting fewer calls, the calls don't take as long, and we get to focus our time on inspecting new wells under construction, which is our top priority. The results for our customers, we believe, are that they're finding the well information more quickly, the property transactions are moving forward, and that makes everybody happy. So the next things we plan to do are look at some of the other frequently asked questions that we get by phone and email, look at web analytics, and figure out other ways that we can make it easier and make it obvious for people to find information about private wells. Thank you.